Why don't you tell the people too? I love the fact that you guys as a team are so close. I jokingly say that I'll go to weddings in the next 5 or 10 years, and I'll see my entire team there, and most of them will be in a tuxedo standing up front with whoever's getting married that week. You guys are going to cost me a lot of money when wedding season starts. But talk a little bit about the friendships you've been able to develop.
Yeah. So, like I said before, that Florida trip definitely helped last year. A ton of us came in, new faces, had no idea who we were, but we bonded right away on that trip, and it carried over to this year. We had pretty much the same team back, lost a couple of seniors, but, you know, we just grown so close, and one of the things we bond over is that we're all New Englanders. Everybody on the team now is from New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and we know we go up against guys from Europe and South America and Africa and places like that, and we just kind of have a sense of pride over it, and we're really proud of where we come from and what we play for.
I think one of the other things that we should mention is in high school, you guys were enemies,
right?
Especially the New Hampshire guys, which is about half the team. I think we have one more Massachusetts than New Hampshire guy on the team right now. But why don't you mention maybe 1 or 2 battles that you had in high school?
So, Tim mentioned how close we become. I never thought I'd be close with guys that I was battling against in high school. Guys like Taylor and Jaden West went to Concord and Londonderry, respectively. I always had really competitive games with them in high school. Taylor actually knocked me out of the playoffs my senior year, which was terrible.
And they did go on to win it all that year, right?
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I never thought I'd be close with these guys that I battled against, but you know, we're always together in the CAF, studying, whatever it is. We're always together 24/7, playing video games, coming over to my house to eat pasta dinners. We're just always together, which is a great thing for off the field, like you said, going forward in life, and also on the field.
That's part of what really makes this team special, too, is the friendships that you guys have all developed.
Right.
So let's kind of change gears a little bit. As anyone listening or watching knows, this whole coronavirus thing has thrown us for a loop.
For sure.
And a couple weeks ago, we got the message that they were going to empty campus. Everyone who lived on campus was required to move home, which was stressful, especially when the field behind the uppers caught on fire and everyone tried to run out there with fire extinguishers. Not a good idea.
Yeah.
But talk about really how everything has changed to now you're an online student.
Yeah. It didn't change as much for me because I'm a commuter student, so I live at home anyways, and I do most of my work at home. But for the rest of the team, they had to pack their things on a pretty short notice and get home. We were lucky to have last week off. We were all preparing to move online for the remote learning platform. But basically how it goes now is the teachers all email us, give us our workload for the week, and we take that and kind of run with it. It's kind of trial and error for now until we figure out, what's a solid plan. But it is harder than going to school because a lot of teachers have added some extra work to make up for the fact that we haven't been in class, which does kind of stink. And not being able to learn in the classroom environment is also hard. But I know myself and all the guys on the team are going to, move past the obstacle like we do so much in soccer.
Yeah, and the thing that, I recently turned 50. You recently turned 21, correct? So I've lived a few more years than you, and I can say you guys are going through the strangest time in my lifetime.
Right.
I bet I could find a couple 85-year-olds who would say it's the strangest thing they've ever seen as well, too.
Yeah.
And the good news about something like this is it will make you guys stronger, and you'll be even better for it.
Yeah.
The bad news on something like this is that our entire spring season was canceled.
Yeah.
We had one practice this spring.
Yeah.
Instead of 4 to 5 a week with 5 games, we had one practice. And that's the thing that really breaks my heart is we were looking so forward to getting out there and working and everything. Mm-hmm. But as you know, and all the guys know, hey, now you've got to do it on your own at home.
Yeah.
And I have no doubt that you guys will do it. So when Zach and I first started talking about the idea of doing this podcast, we really put a lot of work into it. It's been about a 3 or 4 month project so far. We've even written scripts. Those of us who are watching on YouTube will see I am holding up this episode script. But one of the things I didn't share with Zach is that we're going to go even deeper into his life, and we're going to talk about some things that may throw him for a loop in our lightning round.
Oh boy.
So Zach, I want you to just answer these as quickly as you can. Don't put too much thought into them.
Okay.
I'm not going to have a buzzer, so if you need to think about it for a minute, that's fine. But just don't waste any time because dead air never sounds good on the radio.
Yeah.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Favorite pro team?
Real Madrid.
Favorite pro player?
Hazard.
Favorite food?
Chicken parm that my mom makes with the garlic bread.
Yeah. And by the way, Zach's mom, Andrea, feeds the team 3 or 4 times a year and probably spends thousands of dollars to do so. Funniest guy on the team?
Mike by far.
Best dressed guy on the team?
Ooh, I'm going with myself on that one.
Yeah, I bet that was a layup. I kind of threw that one out there on purpose just to give you something.
Yeah.
Okay. What's one thing about you that no one listening knows?
A couple people know from the team, and you know, but I am a competitive flag football player at the New Hampshire Sportsplex in Bedford. We take it pretty seriously. I'm the quarterback of the team, surprisingly, and it's just a hobby of mine that I picked up about a year ago.
Good answer. Okay. One last one for you. Ready?
Yep.
What is your goal in life?
My goal is always to be a professional athlete. Want to play pro soccer. I would do anything to have the opportunity to do that. But if I don't, I'd either coach or want to do broadcasting or be an analyst. And I've also picked up a knack for making videos and video editing and stuff like that. It's a pretty cool hobby that I have, and I love doing it now.
So you mentioned your videos, and I'll just throw it out there that Zach made 2 for the team so far. One was an awards banquet video that recapped the 2019 season that I thought was incredible. And then the other one was even better. It was more of a hype video going into the 2019 season, and it kind of showed how low we were,
right,
and then how high we could be,
right,
which I think we got there. We got pretty close. We'll put a link to those in the YouTube feed if you want to watch them, or if you can't find them, you can reach out to us and we'll help you out with that. So we hope you've enjoyed this so far. In the coming weeks, we've got a schedule put together. We already have 4 or 5 episodes that we have scripted out and started talking about. We're going to look at player profiles. We're going to look at some of the incoming student athletes. And then shortly, our favorite one, and if you like Brazilian soccer, you'll love this one. Who is Coach Bruno Victal? If you have any ideas for episodes, any questions, any comments, anything you want to share with us, there's a couple ways you can get a hold of us. First, you can email me. My email address is timfield, that's TIMFIELD, at anselm.edu. Or you can go to our Instagram page, which is St. Anselm Men's Soccer, all run together as one word, and send a message. Zach will receive that. We'll answer any of the questions that you have. We'll look at any ideas for topics. And hey, if you're an alumni of the men's soccer team and you want us to interview you, you say the word. We'd be happy to do it. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Look forward to talking to you again soon.